U.S. Army Ranger, Benghazi hero, Defender of Freedom firearms instructor, podcast host, all around awesome guy. These are just a few of the things that describe our next guest on the Jarhead Podcast, our good friend Kris Tanto Paronto. Guys, I am fired up for this one, so let's stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door, roll that intro.
You will treat all Marines with the highest level of respect, for we have earned our place as Marines and will accept nothing less than that from you!
This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without me, my rifle is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless.
Welcome to the Jarhead Podcast. Welcome to the suck. My name is Trey with Ghost Tactical, and today we're going to have our good friend and a special guest on the Jarhead Podcast. And you guys know that we don't just bring Jarheads onto this, and we bring in people. We've had Navy SEALs on. We're going to have everyone come on. But today's awesome because he's lived a life for others. He's dedicated his life to this country and all that. He's the most humble hero, and he doesn't like being called a hero, but he's the most humble hero you're ever going to meet. Welcome to the Jarhead Podcast, our good friends Kris Tanto Paronto. What's going on, bro?
Hey, brother, and a cool shirt wearer too.
Yeah, just one of those things that just happened. Battle Line Podcast, by the way, it is Chris's podcast. Yeah. Go check it out. It is amazing.
All of us were older, so we knew that we all didn't have to get along. We all didn't have to hang out together.
Sure.
The camaraderie is there regardless because we know the job. We know that it's going to take teamwork to help out in these things, but we don't have to hang out and be buddy together to make sure those things happen. And that came with age and maturity. Yeah. So when that's a blessing, because if we wouldn't have had the age and maturity that we did, the outcome probably would have been a little different because of that, we all had our specific jobs to do, and we all stayed in our lanes because we knew that I can trust this guy. He knows what the hell he's doing. I may not know him very well. He's doing the job long enough. If he did know what he was doing, he wouldn't be here doing this job. Yeah. And he's 42 years old, and was a Master Chief in the U.S. Navy, or he was an E6 in the Corps, or like myself, sorry guys, but I did become an officer later. I was an officer in the Army. You got guys that are when they got out, they were
damn cake eaters. I tell you,
I know. But that thing is all of us were senior, and again, you just tell when you're around guys, their mentality, the maturity levels. That we know what the hell we're doing. But the terminology stuff, that's a GRS terminology thing. Okay. We did have it where you had to learn it too, because when you went through the GRS vetting, if you didn't pass the terminology stuff, well, you didn't pass the course for that either. So it's something that we had to learn. But it was awesome, brother. It was a perfect team to be there that night, even though we'd all been together for 30 days. That's it.
Yeah.
As a team. All of us been contracting for a while, but that team, 30 days was it.
Yeah. When you think of that night, what's the one thing that comes to your mind that be kind of cool to hear?
Just the air, the tracers. You can't. It's hard to show tracers in movies. I remember the tracers at the beginning when I came out of my hooch and I saw the red and green going up in the air. And from working in Afghanistan and Iraq quite a bit prior to, and then I was in Sebha for a little bit in Libya before Benghazi. The damn Tobu tribes and stuff would be fighting each other down there. It's an awesome sight to see, dude. I wish all people could see that. And then here, there's a difference between just shots fired and a firefight, and somebody who's doing an attack, because it just the reverberations and the firing of the weapon systems and the concentrated fire, and then the tracers going up. Yeah, I still remember it, and I still remember going up in the sky that was clear, the stars up there. But then also seeing the hazy glow of, because by that time, stuff, they had already started to light
fire and all of that.
And then it just getting bigger, and the embers and the glow, and it's beautiful. Notice how beautiful. And another where they showed it a bit, but when we climbed up in the top of the buildings, looking down, because Boone and I thought we could get some suppressive fire from those buildings that we were climbed up, we cleared. looking down in there, I wish they would have took a longer picture of seeing all that carnage, because it was gorgeous, man. It's just, it still resonates. The colors just pop. Smells, you know, we had the sheep farm slaughterhouse. So yeah, I still remember.
No, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the gunpowder, the different powders and the different, incendiary stuff that was going around. I didn't even think about having the
gunpowder. I really don't remember the powder smells. I remember the fire.
Yeah.
I remember the smell of the diesel smoke. I do remember that, but the blast with the gunpowder coming back or what, it didn't remember that. I actually didn't even bother me. And I wasn't wearing hearing protection, so I remember the first few shots, my hair, but then I took it all in stride. Didn't hurt anymore after that. I just remember what sticks with me more than anything are just how beautiful, and the colors, how much they pop, and how much they pop that night. And the thing you can't put in a movie, the massive heat. Yeah. Running into that building the first time I ran in through the doors when it was my turn to go look for the ambassador, it was like I hit a wall of heat, and I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't used to running into a fire of that magnitude. Right. And the diesel, and it's like bam, I hit the wall, and it felt like I was running into a pizza oven.
Thank you so much for watching the Jarhead Podcast. To see the full episode, click on the link on the left, and to see the full catalog of all of our special guests, click on the playlist on the right. Till next time, stay frosty, Semper Fi.